This woman blinded herself for the rest of her life.
I went blind on purpose, but I don't feel it was a choice.
Apparently, this was all that she wanted since she turned 6 years old. She would wear thick black eyeglasses, stroll around the house when it's dark, and even stare at the sun for as long as she can.
I was told by my mother that if I looked into the sun, I'd go blind, and so I stared into the sun for hours on end.
She did every possible way to lose her eyesight, but unfortunately for her, none of it worked. So when she turned 18, she bought a real navigating stick and would walk with it everywhere she goes. But that's not all, because she also learned how to read through Braille even as she had fully functioning eyes. All these years she acted like she was blind, but it's never enough for her, because she knew that she was just pretending. So she did a lot of research on ways to never see the world again.
I found that lye is very painful, although it does get the job done. I found that drain cleaner is little less painful, although it does a lot of damage to the eye.
After knowing her options, she finally decided that she wants it bad and that it needs to happen immediately. But being in a house with her family was hard because nobody knows what she was going through. So she contacted a psychologist from Chicago that promised to help her to make her dreams come true.
I laid down on the sofa and he sat next to me. Dropped 2 drops into each eye. My eyes were screaming.
Apparently, they went with drain cleaner because it was the easiest they can get. And after dropping some of it into her eyes, they waited 30 minutes before going to the hospital to tell them that she had an accident. The internet was so mad at her after knowing what she did to herself, saying that it's unfair to those who do not have the option to see.
To hear someone say, I've always felt I should be blind, well, I've always felt I should be the Queen of England. But I'm not going out to become the Queen of England.
With all the chaos her dream has brought, people can't help but wonder if she's really happy with the results and what made her think that it was the best for her. Joelle Shuping was born all normal until she reached the age of 6 when she felt like she was not supposed to see. She would talk about it for hours and do things that she thought would help her reach her goal of being blind. But it was only when she turned 21 that she was able to make her dreams come to life. Apparently, she found a psychologist in Chicago with whom she shared her story, and her surprise, he agreed to help her do the procedure. But it was not easy for her because she was still living in her parents' house. So she went to Chicago with an excuse that she was only going to be there to travel. Little did her family know that Joel's life would change forever.
I laid down on the sofa and he sat next to me. Dropped 2 drops into each eye. My eyes were screaming.
After the chemical filled her eyes, they waited for 30 minutes before seeking medical attention.
When I woke up the following day, I was joyful until I turned on my back, opened my eyes, and could see the